We have a 2016 BMW X1. This is the XDrive, which means all-wheel drive. We got this car from the auction. It's going to be resold, but it is having some issues, so we'll have to resolve that first. When we test drove this car, started to go in limp mode. Basically, there's no power. When you hit the accelerator, no power, very little power. I mean, the maximum we could go is like 30-40 miles an hour, no matter how much accelerator you push. So we scanned the vehicle, and I'll show you the codes that we got, and I'll show you what it took for us to troubleshoot, and how we gonna, what's the plan to fixing this issue. So these are the codes that we were getting on the scanner. As you can see, there's a 120308 charging pressure control, pressure too low, and there are a bunch of other codes, but after some research, the main one that we wanted to tackle was this first one on the top, charging pressure control. When we were driving the vehicle, the message we get on the dash is this one. This is what we used to get. So even if you push the accelerator a lot, there was no power at all. So we started doing some research on that code, and I'll show you kind of what we got. So here we are researching 2016 BMW X1, and then we put in the code, and you know, the check engine light is on with these codes. So there's actually, according to this, there are 33 confirmed fixes for that code that we entered, 120308. And if you actually click on it, you can see that what other people have done for this code. You can see here all these vehicles apply, and there's the code that we are interested in. It's the 120308. That's what we're getting right over there, and these are the confirmed fixes for this code. Most of the people, as you can see, they are replacing the west gate actuator. So for the majority of the people, they were able to resolve this issue by replacing the west gate actuator, but not for everybody, because see, some people had to replace the turbocharger, and I'm going to show you what it takes to do both of these, the turbocharger or the west gate actuator. And also some people, as you can see, replace the electrical actuator. Alright, let's see what we had to do, or we are working on it right now. So I'll show you exactly what we needed to do to fix this problem. So for us, we wanted to check first to see what's going on. So I mean, it's all pointing to the turbo, and the turbo is actually in a spot that is very hard to get to. We have already taken the turbo off, and I'll show you what it takes to do it. I'll summarize it. Basically, everything on top has to be removed. All these components over here have to come out, and there's some parts on the other side. All these components have to come out right there. And then you see the location for the turbo. It's right over there, and it's like at least 6-hour job, I would say. Now let me show you the turbo that we took out and the problem that we saw with the old turbo. Alright, so here's the old turbo right here, this one, the one that came out of that BMW, and this is the one we purchased from a junkyard for replacement. Alright, check this out. Here's the actuator that we were talking about earlier, and it opens and closes this gate right here. You can see if I push it, if I can, it's really tight, but it pulls in and out, and this gate is opened in and out right there. But anyway, what we found, the problem is the turbo itself is seized. No matter how much I push on it, it's not moving at all. So this fan, turbo fan, is actually seized right there. I cannot move it, I cannot do anything to it. So in our case, the turbo is bad. Now if you push on this actuator, and if it's like completely seized or it will not move, then in your case, see here, I could move it. See here, it opens up. It takes quite a bit of force, but it does open up and close. So we know the actuator is good. Now here's the good turbo that we got from the junkyard. Let's see if we can spin that one. See, no problem, spins right up. No issues at all. So we know our turbo was definitely bad, and we're still working on getting that in, but just wanted to show everybody what it would take to fix that error. It is a lot of work. Here's the turbo, if you want to see. This is the one we got from the junkyard. There's the exhaust right there, and that's the actuator that we were talking about right there. There's the pins, if anybody needs to see the pins. Well, we're gonna work on getting that in and do a test drive and see if that actually fixes our problem. Hopefully it will. So now we just finished the job. We're putting everything back together, so it's gonna be time to test it out. You can see everything put back nicely, and overall it was like more than 6 to 8 hours so far. So we're gonna test drive it and then see how it works. So we are in the process of resetting the code so we can take it for a test drive. Okay, there we go. We're just trying to clear them now. Alright, so the codes have been cleared, and it's just rescanning to make sure there's no additional codes in there. Alright, so let's see. Fault code's clear, and the code that we were concerned about is gone. Right? Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, so it's time to take it for a test drive. Alright, we're going to check if there's anything leaking. So, really nothing leaking so far. Let's see. Kind of hard to see, but checking it out. Alright, so here's the moment of truth. We are gonna test it out. And it seems like already we can feel the power. And you can see there's no message coming up on the screen anymore. Alright, here at the stoplight. Give it a second. So before, what was happening is that even when we pushed the accelerator, it would take a long time, and as you can see, it's revving up, so nice and good. So we're good to go. Job complete.